Up next, a look at this brand new Hyundai. But first, a gentle reminder, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and of course hit that notification icon. The Palisade is an all-new three-row crossover from Hyundai. It offers a premium interior, loads of technology, and plenty of thoughtful features, bringing all of that to an admittedly crowded segment. And here are a few important things you should know about this brand new 2020 model. The Palisade is sized and equipped to compete with other large three-row crossovers. I'm talking about vehicles like the Honda Pilot, the Toyota Highlander, Volkswagen Atlas, and Ford Explorer. Now, given its overall bigness, it's easy to understand why this is the Hyundai brand's new flagship model. Large and ostensibly in charge, it's about 196 inches long with a wheelbase of roughly 114. This means it's nearly the same length as a Pilot, Atlas, or Explorer. And of this group, the Honda's wheelbase is the shortest, though the VW and Fords are a few inches greater. Putting those generous exterior dimensions to good use, Palisade has room for the whole family. Depending on configuration, this vehicle seats up to 8 people, 7 if you grab the available second-row buckets, which are even offered with ventilation for enhanced hot weather comfort. Those chairs also fold down or tilt and slide for easier access to the Palisade's third row. But be aware, as in many rival models, this area is pretty tight, so it's best reserved for kids. Further increasing its versatility, this Hyundai offers class-competitive cargo space. Fold all the seats down, and you get more than 86 cubic feet of room. Behind the second row, there's nearly 46, and in the far rear, with all backrests up, you can expect 18 cubes, enough for a couple golf bags. These figures are practically in lockstep with what's offered in rivals, though the Atlas does have the most space of this bunch. Hauling the Palisade around is just one engine. Underneath this plastic shroud, you'll find a 3.8-liter V6. Now, it can run on either the traditional Otto cycle or the Atkinson cycle. It can switch between those two combustion processes for either enhanced performance or improved fuel economy. But what does all of that get you? Well, how about 291 horsepower with 262 pound-feet of torque? Now, this engine is matched exclusively to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Of course, you can get standard front-wheel drive or available all-wheel drive, but in either configuration, the Palisade can tow up to 5,000 pounds standard. When it comes to fuel consumption, this latest Hyundai crossover again keeps pace with rivals. Front drive variant sticker at 19 miles per gallon around town and 26 on the highway. Those scores result in a combined rating of 22. Grab all-wheel drive and you sacrifice 2 mpg highway and 1 combined, but surprisingly, the city rating remains the same. Putting this vehicle in motion, it drives like any other modern Hyundai. That's to say it's entirely competent and quite refined. Now, a little more giddy-up would be appreciated, but for normal use, the acceleration is perfectly fine. While traversing weather-beaten highways, a touch of tire rumble makes its presence known. Wisps of wind noise from the front doors are also perceptible. For scrawnier folk, the front bucket seats are too firm and flat, plus they're mounted a touch too high for taller drivers, making it feel like you're sitting on a bar stool rather than in the vehicle, which is slightly annoying. One area where the Palisade has an advantage over at least the Atlas and, to a lesser degree, that new Explorer, is interior quality. The Hyundai's cabin is well built and made of mostly high-quality materials. There are plenty of interesting textures. While somewhat convoluted, the deployable front cup holders are mesmerizing to play with. And up to 7 USB ports are offered, sprinkled throughout all 3 rows. Wireless charging is available too. Ditto for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which look particularly sharp on that optional 10.25-inch touch-enabled display. Built on an all-new SUV platform, the Palisade here shares some major mechanical components with the Kia Telluride, though obviously these vehicles look completely different. The Hyundai has an unmistakable grille, as well as some interesting side moldings on the body. I'm not sure I love the overall look, But what do you think? Chatting with several colleagues, most seem to prefer the Kia's style, and I tend to agree with them. It's certainly more daring, with Telluride spelled out in chunky capital letters across the hood's leading edge. I think in this case being bolder isn't necessarily bad. When it comes to technology, the Palisade offers plenty. Hyundai SmartSense, the automaker's suite of advanced driver aids, is standard across the range. This includes things like lane keeping assist, automatic high beams, adaptive cruise control with lane centering, and much more. Options include blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and something called safe exit assist, which prevents passengers from getting out of the vehicle if oncoming traffic is detected. Another nifty feature is called Blind View Monitor. It provides a video feed from either side of the vehicle when the turn signal is activated. This is a hugely convenient feature I wish more automakers would offer. Lastly, let's talk about pricing. An entry-level front-wheel drive SE model starts at about $32,595, but if you go all in on a limited trim version with all-wheel drive, you're going to be spending about $47,445, and both of those prices do include delivery charges of $1,045. Now, if you like what you see here with the 2020 Hyundai Palisade, they should be arriving at dealerships really right about now.